Hello and welcome to another Royal Reviewer pop-up live chat. Let me just make sure I've got the volume turned down on my laptop. I have. I hope you've all had a really fabulous day. Of course, I did my weekly live chat yesterday, but it is Sunday, and whilst the Queen is up at Balmoral, I always think it's good to see who is with the Queen up at Balmoral. Now, of course, unlike most years, there has been a lot of attention on the arrivals, and we've had photographs coming back from Balmoral. So we already kind of know who is at Balmoral this week. We've already seen that the Cambridges are there. We've seen glimpses of Princess Anne and her husband, Sir Timothy Lawrence, and we've also seen her son, Peter Phillips, and his wife and children. So we already kind of know who's there, but it's always really nice to see them actually on Sunday going to church. By the way, hello to everyone in the chat room. I can see all of you guys ready. Vanilla says, nice tiara. No tartan. I'm hot. To be quite honest, it's been really hot here in the UK. So no, tartan is hot. So no tartan today. But I am wearing something very pertinent. I'm glad you mentioned the tiara, because this tiara is a replica of the Queen's, and it is gorgeous. It's one of my biggest tiaras that I have, and it is actually known as the Brazilian aquamarine tiara, because the aquamarines were a gift from Brazil. And of course, we all know what's going on with Brazil at the moment with the rainforest, and seeing as it's kind of 20% of our oxygen, I think we should be supporting the Brazilian rainforest right now. So the tiara is in honour of Brazil and the rainforest. So there we go. Hello to everyone. And yes, I do hope you're all having a wonderful Sunday. So I'm going to post a link to the photographs. Again, you can click on it or not. It's entirely up to you. Or if you're happy to just listen to my description of the photographs, you can. But there are a lot of photographs all in one place on this link. So I will also, if you're watching on catch up, put the link in the description box. And I'm going to kind of go straight into it. Although I do have one comment. I pre-looked at the photographs, and usually for a church service at Balmoral, there is maybe one or two photographers. Typically, the one that's been taking pictures at Balmoral most recently, those kind of candid snaps with a long lens, he is there, Michael. But there are there's a press association, there's Getty Images, there's lots of different copyrights going on with these photographs, which means that there are, extra photographers there, because the photographers know that William and Catherine are there. They've obviously, the newspapers and all the agencies have descended upon Balmoral to get photographs of the Cambridges with the Queen. So, we have a lot more photographs coming out this week than what we've had in previous weeks, because they all know in advance that the Cambridges are there because of all the press that's been going on. So, the Queen is stunning in pink, I have to say. I am going to give Her Majesty a big yellow fan flap for her outfit. She is looking very goddess-like, and of course her lipstick matches her hat. You know it's a good outfit when your lipstick matches your hat. With a beautiful is that kind of silver or blue? A silver or blue trim, I think. With a beautiful, gorgeous kind of wispy feather. Now, I must like to say that all of the royals look very jovial, very happy, very smiley. I mean, it most certainly is all smiles at Balmoral. Catherine is looking really stunning. I love her outfit in this kind of double-breasted navy blue coat and matching hat. I think it does say who the designer is. I'm not going to mention prices, because I think the mention of prices cheapens things. However, I do always think that if an outfit looks good, you should also give the designer a credit. So it is believed that her patterned shirt dress is by designer Michael Kors. I'm not quite sure who the coat is, because that's definitely not a shirt dress that we can see there. We can definitely see a coat. So I'm wondering if it might say a little bit later on. But anyway, she looks gorgeous. The Queen looking beautiful and goddess-like for 93. 93 schminety 3. She's got a whole life ahead of her. And of course, we can see they are being chauffeur driven. Prince William is in the front wearing a suit with a red tie. The Queen wearing her beautiful, her day pearls. I think they're described as her more day pearls. If you have the book by Angela Kelly about the Queen's clothes and wardrobe, you actually see a photograph of all the Queen's day pearls. And she does, of course, favour pearls for the daytime, and I think that is her 3 strands of pearls that she's wearing. I'm trying to make out, it's possibly a bow brooch, one of Queen Victoria's bow brooches. I can just about see from the second photo just about going on, but yes, definitely all smiles. Then we move down and there is a very beaming Catherine, really looking smart. They are all, I must note, they are all giving a lot of smiles to the camera today. I think, oh yeah, here we go. I found the outfit. So it's a Guinea London herringbone trench coat. There we go. And I think they must have meant the dress underneath. But yes, it's a Guinea London herringbone. There you go. I mean, it doesn't mean too much to me, but if you want one, it's going to set you back a pretty penny. I'm not going to go into prices. I think it cheapens things. But there you go. Credit where it's due. The coat looks really, really good. Going down to the next photograph. Again, it's a photograph of the front of the car. In fact, we can kind of see more of the chauffeur than anyone else in this photograph. But we can definitely see William in the front. I think he's trying to look away from the cameras, actually, in that photograph. It seems like he's looking kind of into the distance a little bit in that photograph. Ah, the Queen. We see a beautiful picture of the Queen next. Now, oh, no, I don't think that is a bow brooch. I don't think that is a bow brooch at all. No, it's not. It's something else, I think, from what I can make out at the moment. Is it a butterfly? Could it be a butterfly? I can't quite make it out. But it is a glorious pink, and I do think it is a silver trim. I'm going to say it's silver. And you can see some public lining the street through the window. Obviously quite a big turnout this week because the Cambridges are there. Again, just more pictures in the car. Yes, I think that's a butterfly. I definitely think that is a butterfly brooch that we are seeing. Yes, it is. Because in the next photograph, there's kind of a bit of a close-up, and I can definitely make out a butterfly wing going on. And the Queen kind of peeking out, looking, giving everyone a bit of the one, giving the eye over. She is. Definitely she's looking. And that's definitely her 3 string of pearls. Yes, just gorgeous. Catherine's hair swept away into an elegant chignon, of which she's often known for favouring. It just looks really, really good. And I'm skipping down quite a few because it's pretty much the same photograph over and over again. But then we get to the photographs of Charles and Camilla. Now, Camilla wearing, is that a red hat with kind of like, is that a shirt? Is that like a shirt blouse that she's wearing with pearl earrings? Charles looking happy. Again, they're all very smiling going on. Charles in the driving seat. Princess Anne. Now, she looks no nonsense and no fuss, most definitely. With her hat on. She has, I don't know what she's gone as. The brooch looks good. Is that a yellow diamond? Or is it called a citrine? Could be a yellow diamond or a citrine surrounded by other diamonds. Looking very good. Kind of looks a bit like she's going hunting, maybe. Maybe she's hunting the press. I don't know. Princess Anne, maybe she's brought her rifle. And anyone that gets out of hand, if she finds any royal reporters up a tree, she's going to get them. She's going to get their heinies. That's what she's going to do. I can tell. I can see that look on her face. She's taking no nonsense, I can tell you. Definitely going down the photographs. Charles giving a wave. So we even get a wave to the crowds this week. My goodness, we are blessed. They don't typically do that. I'm definitely thinking that, you know, there's a crowd. So because of this week, they know that the Cambridges are there. I think they are kind of playing up to the crowds a little bit. I can definitely see, you know, all smiles forward. I mean, I think they all got the memo to smile, most definitely. And they're waving and they are definitely playing up to the crowd, I think, this time. I mean, normally they just kind of sit and, you know, whatever facial expression is on their face, that's what we get at the time. If you go back at different weeks, but they are definitely waving. All smiles are on. Oh, it's his Audi. Charles is driving his Audi. Then in the next photograph, we see the car that Princess Anne is in, and we see her husband, and we see Peter Phillips and his wife Autumn, who again, all smiles. It is all smiles up at Balmoral. And I can't quite make out what she's wearing in great detail. In the next car, we have the Wessexes. In fact, how could I almost forget the Wessexes? Of course they are there. And we see Lady Louise Windsor. We don't see James Viscount Severn, I don't think. Maybe he still could be there, but maybe he didn't go to church. Or he may even have gone somewhere with friends, maybe. Maybe on a holiday with some of his school friends. But yes, again, looking very happy. What's Lady Louise has her hair in a kind of, just a regular pony, is that? Kind of like a pleated pony? Or pleats, maybe? Wearing a kind of floral dress. She's growing up, and from the side profile, I can definitely see the Queen in Lady Louise, most definitely. Yes, I can see Louise 100%. And don't you think Prince William looks a lot like Edward? I can definitely see William and Edward. They look very similar, I have to say. Again, another side profile of Princess Anne looking like she's going to hunt photographers. And Autumn giving that big old grin going on there. Let's have a look. More photographs. Oh, William is just about managing it. He's just about managing a kind of look. Yes. Have I done it right? Yes, he's doing that to the camera. But yeah, they do all look jovial. I think they all got the memo. Maybe it was email. Maybe it's carrier pigeon. I don't know. But yes, again, more kind of blurry pictures through the car windows. I mean, they don't get out and like literally pose for the cameras. But, this is, I think, the best of what we've got for a very long time. And that brings me to the end of all of those photographs. So I hope you enjoyed the very kind of quick review. Laura says, give us a peek of your tiara. I already have, but I will do it again for all of you just joining. It is the Brazilian aquamarine tiara. And can you tell why I've chosen to wear the Brazilian aquamarine tiara with all what's going on in the news over the fires? So yes, I am in support of the rainforest. We need our 20% of the world's lungs to be intact. H. King says, it's the diamond and ruby butterfly brooch. It was a wedding gift to her from the Dowager Countess of Onslow in 1947. Last time she can be remembered wearing it was 2012. Love seeing a rare brooch. That's probably why I didn't recognise it that much, because if it's that rare and only been seen since 2012, yes, I mean, from a distance, I thought it looked very much like a bow brooch, but no, on closer inspection, it was definitely a butterfly. And yes, really good to see that she's digging into that royal jewel collection. And of course, a lot of us want to see her wear the Canadian star brooch, the snowflake brooch that she was gifted. I really want to see that one very, very soon. Now, let's read some of the comments further down and see what people are saying. Yvette says, hello from the Boogie Down Bronx of New York. Oh, hello, Boogie on down, indeed. I like that. Kevin says, 120 days till Christmas. The year has... Oh, it has. But no, before I get ready for Christmas, I'm in the mood for autumn. I'm really looking forward to autumn now. I want my autumn decorations down. And I'm really looking forward to Halloween. Hello to HM the King, by the way, who's just said hello there. Live, Love and Laugh says, the Queen looks wonderful. She does. And the Duchess of Cambridge looks stunning in Michael Kors. She does. And that coat dress as well is not the coat dress. That coat, double-breasted coat, looks phenomenal too. Where do we see the pictures? Says Melissa. I did post a link, but I'll post it again there, and I will put the link in the description box as well. Yes, everyone did indeed look so happy. Eldy Poodle says, I want a herringbone trench coat. I have nowhere to wear it except to the grocery store. That is good enough. I always say, if you have something really nice, just wear it, even if it's for the most mundane of tasks. I mean, even if you're washing up and you have a tiara, wear your tiara for washing up. Wear it in the bath. Wear it when you do gardening. Wear it when you go out to collect your mail. You know, if you've got something nice, just wear it. Use it. Juana, I hope I said your name correct. Juana says Anne is the family workhorse. Oh, she is tireless. She's a tireless workhorse. Her Royal Highness the Princess Anne, the Princess Royal, detests royal reporters. Hello to Colleen from Long Island. Edith says, is the royal family believers? I cannot understand this church show. I'm not quite getting what your comment is. But I definitely think they are putting on a little bit of a show in terms of there is a lot of people there, and there is a lot more press attention this week than what there has been in previous weeks. And of course, it has been a difficult royal week, to say the least. You know, the Queen's got quite a lot on her plate. There has been numerous kind of, well, we all know there have been negative royal stories going on. With the press, we have the Harry and Meghan saga going on. We have the Prince Andrew scandal that's going on. We have the negative news surrounding the Cambridges and the interpretation of their flight going on. And we also have the impending kind of Brexit, maybe constitutional crisis on the horizon. So the Queen does have a lot on her plate. It has been a very difficult week. So, you know, it's not surprising to me that it is all smiles that is being displayed right now. Oh, Elliot Poodle says, should I change my name to Dowager Poodle? Yes, I like it. Most definitely. What time is it in London? Well, here in Shropshire, which is the same time as London, it is 9:20 p.m. And I love that tiara. Thank you. Marsha says, Lady Louise looks like the lovely Queen Mum, as does her father, Prince Edward. I can definitely see that striking female family line resemblance, yes. Colleen says, it feels like autumn already in New York. It's getting that way in the UK. I can kind of smell autumn. You know, you can kind of smell autumn. I can smell it. And a lot of the flowers are coming to their end quite early because we had them quite early in the year. Bassani says, are members of the public in attendance at the same service? Yes, but not just anyone. It's typically the people that live there that usually go to church. I mean, they aren't going to let, you know, Joe Bloggs in off the street who is just there because they want to be in the presence of royalty. It is people that would usually attend that service. So locals, basically, local people. Matilde says it's extremely high in the 90s. Woohoo! Flossmog Payne says, ooh, the red arrows would have been great, Patricia. I love the red arrows. Christine is not ready for summer to be over. I kind of am in a way. I want autumn. I'm looking forward to autumn. Catherine says, do Harry and Meghan have to go? What can they go in September? Well, I mean, nobody has to go, but it is, you know, it is a chance to spend some time with the Queen, and that is what, you know, most of the family go to do, is to spend that time with the Queen. And Balmoral does offer usually peace and seclusion and complete privacy. I mean, we've not had complete privacy this year, I don't think, but maybe it's because they've gone to slightly more public areas, is what I'm thinking, because that lakeside where they were by that lodge is actually accessible by the public. So I'm thinking that's perhaps where they've been getting the photographs from. But typically, if they want privacy, they know the areas to go where there should be no photographers lurking up trees. So no, Harry and Meghan don't have to go, but, you know, Harry's been going every year since his childhood, so it's kind of tradition to him. And I do think that, you know, they will enjoy it up there for the peace, seclusion, security, and to spend time with the Queen. When they will go, I do not know. Harry did have an engagement on yesterday, on Saturday, with the rugby. That's done, so I assume they are free to go up whenever they want to. I mean, space is always limited at Balmoral, and as you can see from these photographs, we have a lot of family members up there. So I'm thinking Harry and Meghan might go up to Balmoral very, very shortly, but perhaps when one of the other family units has gone, I'm thinking. I mean, I would expect the Cambridges to stay for about a week, typically. H.M. the King says, members of the congregation include many of the people who live on the estate. Yes. In Grace and Favour homes, for example. Yes, it will be the local people, workers, that typically normally go. Cheryl says, where's your comment gone, Cheryl? Ah, no, hang on. Hi, Elliot. We here in Barbados are under storm watch. Oh, no. I hope that you're all safe. Storm Dorian is about to hit the Caribbean by tomorrow evening, passing over very close to Barbados. Well, I hope you batten down your hatches and, yes. My goodness, keep safe. Do you know what would be funny, though? Nothing about your storm. But wouldn't it be funny if they named a colossal storm Princess Anne? I would love it. A no fuss, no nonsense storm, Princess Anne. I definitely would. Peter Yard says, wear it when you clean the cat box. Yes. Anything. Live, Love and Laugh says, I love the hat Sophie of Wessex and Princess Anne had on. I do too. I mean, yes, they always look gorgeous in their hats. Edie says, thank you for responding. I was a bit confused because it seems like a show. Well, yeah, I do think they are putting on a bit of a show because there's an audience. Typically, there's not many people there. Just maybe one or two photographers, maybe a few members of the public. But it looks like there is a lot of a bigger crowd and definitely more photographers going on this time. LD Poodle says, I'm going to wear my vintage white... your vintage while washing my windows. You've given me freedom. Oh, yes. Most definitely do it. Cheryl says, your tuft of hair is hiding the tiara. It is. There. Look. Isn't it beautiful? There we go. But I do like my tuft. It's my hair tiara. Also, you know what? I haven't seen Zara. I haven't seen Zara there. Is there any photographs of Tiara? Have I missed any of Zara? I don't think I've seen Zara there. Let me know if you've seen Zara there. I don't think I have. I would know because I would spot Mike. You can't miss him. He's that big fella. Sharona says, that butterfly brooch is beautiful. Thank you to H.M. the King for the background info on the butterfly brooch. I thought I'd never seen it before. The Queen should wear it more. I bet she's got so many items of jewellery that we haven't seen for a very long time, or maybe don't even know about at all. PJR says, I have a great idea to help you fill the coffers in your Shropshire home. What? Let me know. Thank you to Sea Breeze, who says the tiara suits me. I know, give me compliments. Angelic says, 70s here, beautiful day. And Hitting the King says, looking at the clock with a computer with a time in front of him gets me every time. I'm old-fashioned, okay? Joanna says, thank you for acknowledging my chit-chat. You pronounce my name perfectly. I'm Maori from... Is it Maori? Maori? From New Zealand. Yes, and I like the hacker. I know of the hacker. I like the hacker. Yvette says, thank you, Elaine. Are Prince Harry and his Duchess attending church services with the Queen? Not this week, but that's not to say they won't another time. Netheta Pri says, I think... Oh, where's your comment gone? It's gone. Where's it gone? Oh, I think they will go, but I do not ever remember seeing Harry going to church at Balmoral. I mean, yeah, it depends. I mean, for all we know, they may already be there now, but I don't think so. We've seen a lot of family. I'm thinking space may be a little bit restricted at the moment. Let's have a look. Karine says, I do love the butterfly brooch. I'm sure it would have... it would have beamed with the other colours on her coat. I mean, maybe we haven't got a true representation of all the colours because sometimes when they're taking photographs through car windows, we just don't. Hitting the King says, I have a feeling Harry and Meghan won't join the Queen at Balmoral until the very end of her stay, in a bid to avoid the inevitable plight of Paps. That is most definitely possible. It really is. Seabree says the weather is lovely at Balmoral. Although that some of them are wearing coats, so maybe not that lovely. No, we didn't see Meghan and Harry there last year. HM the King says, Her Royal Highness Princess Anne, the Princess Royal, detests the fervent storm. She does indeed. Christine says, people like us want to see the royals. We do. And we are. We are seeing them. HM the King says, Autumn and Peter were there. Perhaps that's what someone was mentioning. Ah, yes. I mentioned Autumn Phillips and Peter Phillips. But no, I haven't seen Zara anywhere. MDQ says, the Daily Mail says Sarah is with Harry and... What? Sarah is with Harry and Andrew in some storm of trouble in pics. What? Not in those pictures. No. We do not see Sarah Ferguson or Prince Andrew in those photographs at all. Oh, you mean Zara? No. I haven't seen any photographs with them all together. Helen says, Elliot, at long last, I get to see you for a while. I couldn't see you, only listen. Oh no! How come you couldn't see me? Yvette says, does the Queen own real estate outside of London? Yes, Balmoral. That is a private estate. And of course, Sandringham as well. Diane says, please schedule vision appointment for HRH Harry while still on break. Notice how close he gets to papers in order to sign. Already wears... Oh, I don't know about his eye health. He has doctors for that. And opticians. Elizabeth Regina says, Lenny likes your tiara. Thank you. The Brazilian aquamarine. Isn't it gorgeous? What is the Zara scandal? There was reports a while ago that she was doing work for something. She was getting something like £100,000 for working for a company, which it's no scandal at all because she's not a working royal. Therefore, she is free to earn her own money, and people were just trying to pick on her because she was earning a large amount of money, which she's entitled to earn if she wants to. I would do the same if it was me. And I have no problem saying that. Samantha Allen says, Juana, the Queen has a first cousin called Prince Richard, Duke of Gloucester. Yes, his daughter married one of your countrymen. They had a boy and a girl. They divorced after 15 years of marriage. And Karine says, I was fantasising about seeing it in the sunshine before they entered the church. I know. I mean, unfortunately, the church is up a driveway and the press are not allowed. So we can't really get any photographs of that. Yes, maybe it's time that Lenny got his own tiara. Karine says, I was I've read that one. Joyce, oh no, PJR says, my idea for you is to do an Elliot calendar. Every month you wear a different tiara jewel. The calendars are pretty easy to make. Do you know what? I did think about doing calendars. However, in terms of easy to make, I have no idea how to make them. Look, you're looking at the most probably technically inept person there is. I like things to be really easy and simple. And I looked at different companies that would make calendars, but none of them sort of shipped out at the same time that looked professional. And then it was just a nightmare. So if anyone knows a really good way of making calendars with a company that will send them out if people buy them, so I don't have to deal with all the mail, because that would just drive me insane, then yes, I am up for it entirely. JC says, why do royal children never go to church? At what age do they normally start attending? Well, they do. I mean, we've seen Lady Louise attending. I think it's more to do with them being able to sit still and pay attention. Because, of course, the Queen takes her religion incredibly seriously. So you don't want a load of noisy kids being bored, sat in a church, not really wanting to be there. So typically they don't go unless they can kind of, you know, be trusted to sit there and behave and be respectful. But Louise has gone for a number of years, so it just depends on the individual child, I think, and how they behave. Matilda says the butterfly brooch has diamonds and rubies. It does. Juana says, glad you enjoy the haka. Represents our determined culture and more peaceful than what it appears. Yes, it does look rather brash and loud, doesn't it? But yes, it is. It is more peaceful. I have no idea why they are picking on Zara for earning a living. It's just something to pick at, to be quite honest. Let's just go down a little bit. Karine says, I know, I like the pearls. Real good ones are ridiculous. Yes. If you can find natural pearls of a decent size and quality, they are very expensive. Carol says they are walking to Balmoral. They will get there by the end of September. It's a very long walk to Balmoral from where I am. Frostman Payne says the Queen receives income from the Duchy of Lancaster as well. Yes, it's all part of it. But yes, it is a separate revenue stream, exclusive to the monarch. Live Love and Laugh says, I read somewhere Zara is in some scandal for accepting £100,000 from some Asian businessman. There is nothing scandalous about it. It's just that she's accepted £100,000 from a businessman to give her professional opinion to do with horse racing, of which she is a sportswoman, for this business. It's fine. I see absolutely no problem with it whatsoever. The only thing that's a little bit puzzling slightly is I think when she was asked about it, she didn't admit to it in the beginning. But then obviously it's true. But I don't know why she didn't admit to it, because it's fine. I just think she was trying to be private, to be honest. I mean, if someone asked me, about my personal finances, I wouldn't tell them, to be quite honest. It's my business. And I think everyone else would probably feel the same. If a press reporter came up to you and started asking you for statements on your own personal finances, would you be happy telling them? So I don't think it was that she, denied it. I think she was just trying to keep private. That's her business, and she is perfectly entitled to earn that money. She's not a working royal. She doesn't have a title. How else is she supposed to earn a living? If you're the granddaughter of a queen, you're not really going to be sat at a checkout at Tesco's. It's just not going to work, is it? Hasten the King says, how much do I spend on lemon drizzle? Impertinent! The impertinence of it. Oh, I shall not be saying. Although I do have shares in lemon drizzle. Let's have a look. Little Annie says, Zara does not have to tell them anything if she doesn't want to. Exactly, and I think that's where it's all come from. It's not actually a scandal. It's not a scandal to earn a living. Let's put it that way. Nathan says, must be 50 quid a week. Ballpark. Yvette says, what I meant is, does she own real estate abroad? Oh, I don't think so. I don't think I've heard of personal real estate abroad. Has anyone else? I don't think so, no. Annette says, will Brexit affect your lemon drizzle? I hope not, because most lemons I don't think are grown in I don't think lots of lemons are grown on the continent, are they? Where do we get most of our lemons from? Does anyone know where we get our lemons from? Maybe it will. Maybe they grow them in places like Italy or Spain. My goodness, I hope not. Ethan the King says, lemon drizzle will be illegal. It better not. Life give you lemons, make lemonade. If life doesn't give you lemons, you eat plain cake. Oh, Italy. Oh, no. Well, lemon drizzle might be in trouble then. Oh, we can get them from California. We'll do a deal with Trump. It's fine. It's fine. We'll do a deal with Trump. I can get my lemons from California. It's fine. I will tweet Trump immediately and ask him to send me some lemons. He can print Trump on them if he wants. Ethan the King says they grow lemons in the Highlands. Well, that's why I will have fine Scottish lemons. Magna says no walkabout before or after church. No, they don't do Balmorals. The walkabouts are normally at Sandringham on the way to the church. Where do the Tyndalls live? On Princess Anne's Gatcombe estate in Gloucestershire. Seabreeze says Mediterranean. Well, I've heard I can get California lemons, and I've heard I can get Highland lemons. So there we go. No need for Italian lemons. That's fine. Where do you get your lemons from? Frostlog Payne says George came out of church on Christmas Day with a candy cane. Or was that when they stayed? That was when they stayed with the Middletons. That was the church at Bucklebury. Jennifer says Monty Don grows lemons. He has a heated greenhouse. Joanna says Samantha Allen. My name is Maori for Susan. Okay, I did not know that. It's translated to Susan. Hayden the King says lemons are in Downing Street. Marie says I live in Arcadia, California, and I have plenty of lemons on my tree. There you go. You can send me some lemons, and I will make my own drizzle for my own cake. There we go. Right, I think we're going to leave it there. We've had a really good chat and a catch up of who was at Balmoral this week with the Queen. Maybe next week we may see some new faces. Who knows? Maybe HM the King's theory might be right, that Harry and Meghan could be leaving it until sort of September time, roughly. Laura says, with all the not nice press revolving around Sussex's and Andrew's possible scandal, what do you think the royals' approval level is with the general public, not just royalists? I hear many things. It's hard to tell with public approval levels because they do always go, up and down. The monarchy has been riding on a bit of a high for a great number of years. So, it's inevitable that there may be a bit of a dip. I mean, I haven't heard anybody talking in general about the monarchy as such. I've heard people, questioning individual royals rather than the whole institution of monarchy. And I certainly don't think the Queen's approval level here in the UK has altered in any way, shape or form. I think it's just kind of individual royals at the moment, but it's just momentary. It can change just as quickly. Just as quickly as it goes down, it can go back up again. So I'm not particularly concerned about all of that. Right, I'm going to leave it here for now. I hope you've all enjoyed the chat. If you have, please give it a big old thumbs up. Don't forget to share on social media and hit the notification bell so that you know whenever I upload a new video. I will be premiering my weekly vlog on Elliot's British Life, which is a separate channel, in about 2 hours 20 minutes. So hop on over there and I will be there to attend the premiere. So from me in Shropshire, mwah, to you all, and goodbye.